Hello investors, my name is Dehan and welcome back to your number one place for all your investing needs. In today's video, we're going to be discussing XPENG, also known as XPEV. We're going to be discussing their delivery numbers for the month of November. They delivered over 4,000 vehicles, setting up a new high for themselves, beating the previous month's record. And also, we're going to be discussing their price action, the price movement, what is going on right now with the Chinese delisting vote happening tomorrow on Wednesday, how that will affect prices and why the EV sector is down so much this week. As we see, XPEV is down 11% today. NIO was down as well, even though they beat their delivery numbers for the month. They had over 5,200 vehicles in the month of November as well. So let's take a look right here. Currently, the stock, like we said, is trading at $52.22. It was down about $6.50 or 11% today. The stock was trading here on November 23rd at a high of $72 per share. So in the past month, the stock actually has been shooting up, and it made a high of $74 per share. Now we're making this pullback, and as you can see, ever since last week, we've dropped down over $20 per share. So this stock is on a roll down right now, and it's not looking too good right now. But depending on what happens tomorrow, that could have a great impact on the EV stocks and all the Chinese stocks in general, because some people might sell the fear because they're fearing that their stock is going to get delisted. But we will be discussing that towards the end of the video. I will show you guys an article and what it means to be delisted from the market if that is to happen. Now guys, before we get into all the news, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's get 100 plus likes on this video. Also, if you guys like this type of content, subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you every one of you guys that has subscribed. Leave a comment below. Are you going to be buying these EV stocks right now? Are you buying, selling, or holding NIO, XPEV, Li Auto, any other EV maker? Leave a comment below. Now let's get into the video. The first piece of news in this video is going to be their delivery numbers. So right here we have the beautiful XPENG, and we're going to look at their website right here. XPENG announces vehicle delivery results for November 2020. So XPENG delivered 4,224 vehicles in November 2020, which is a 342% increase year over year. XPENG delivered 21,341 vehicles year to date 2020, which is an 87% increase year over year. So XPENG delivered a total of 4,224 Smart EVs in November, like we said, consisting of 2,732 P7s, the company's Smart Sports Sedan, and 1,492 G3s, its Smart Compact SUV. The company's November deliveries represented a 342% increase year over year. As of November 30th, 2020, like we said, they reached 21,341 units, representing an 87% increase. The company delivered a total of 11,371 P7s year to date, 5 months after beginning mass delivery of the P7 at the end of June this year. So the P7 is really popular right now, as that is their sports sedan, and that one is going to be booming in the next couple of years, especially. Now, obviously, you guys, if you guys are following XPENG, you guys know XPENG is a leading Chinese smart electric vehicle company that designs, develops, manufactures, and markets smart EVs that appeal to a larger and growing base of technology-savvy middle-class consumers in China. So this one is obviously big competition with NIO, big competition with Tesla, Li Auto, and many others. Now, obviously, if we compare these numbers to the October numbers, which we just read, so the November numbers, 4,200 vehicles, and then October, a month ago, XPENG delivered 3,040 vehicles. So we delivered over 1,000 more vehicles this month than we did the previous month, which is over a 30% increase based off of last month's numbers, which is great. That means the company is increasing exponentially. So right here, obviously, these are going to be their vehicles that we just discussed. So this is the P7 super long range smart sedan. So that is their number one seller. That is the one that is booming right now, which is their sedan. And then the other one they have is right here, the super long range smart SUV. So this SUV, not as popular, but still doing very well. So now the second piece of news that everybody is really panicking over, it's going to be the delisting. So what does delisting mean for, Chinese stocks like Alibaba, JD, NIO, XPENG, and, all the other ones? So if we take a look down here, the U.S. House of Representatives is set to vote on a legislation on Wednesday that could force the delisting of Chinese stocks in the country if they don't comply with audit regulations, reports the Wall Street Journal. So they have to comply with the audit regulations. The legislation would require a 2/3 majority for passage of the bill into law. What happens? So the vote is critical for companies, obviously, as the passage of the new law will give Chinese companies and its auditors 3 years to comply with the inspection requirements. So they have plenty of time, for this. And the thing is, just because it gets passed, it doesn't mean anything bad is going to happen with our stock like XPENG or NIO, etc. As long as they comply with the regulations. So all they have to do is comply with the audit regulations, report what they're making, how much money they're making, what they're producing, all of their paperwork, and the stock will be fine. And from what I'm seeing right here on this, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but what I'm understanding here is as long as they, comply and the company is legitimate and has, documents and proof, nothing will happen to the company. But obviously, if we have sketchy companies like we've had in the past, we're not going to name them, but those are the type of stocks that are going to be losing from this. Now, obviously, NIO XPENG EV sales jumped, like we just said. So Chinese EV stocks fell, so all of them fell, despite NIO XPENG reporting a jump in November sales and Goldman Sachs hiking its price target, which I discussed in a video that I uploaded earlier today, which you guys can go and check out on NIO if you guys are interested. So they hiked their price target on NIO and Li Auto. The sales gains and the upbeat outlook from Goldman came as demand for electric vehicles in China rebounds this year. NIO said it delivered over 5,200 vehicles last month, which is a 109% jump. And then obviously down here, like we said, XPENG delivered 4,200, which is an increase of 342%. Monthly figures from Li Auto and BYD are expected later this week as well, so we're going to be looking out for Li Auto. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs raised its price target on Li Auto to $60 from $20.60 and NIO to $59 from $7.70. They also upgraded NIO stock to neutral from the sell. And then Goldman predicts that electric vehicles penetration in China would reach 20% by 2025, up from 5% this year. It sees that penetration reaching 53% in 2035 and 80% in 2050. Now down here, the EV stocks fall. So Li Auto stock reversed lower to drop 1.7% in stock market today. NIO fell 7%, and XPENG as well fell down. XPENG sank, it says 7.5%, but it's actually about 11%. Right here, Candy Technologies slid about 10%, continue its plunge after short-term seller Hindenburg Research accused the company of fabricating sales. So that is a company that, is in danger, obviously, with the whole Chinese delisting, because if something happens like that and they actually are fabricating the sales, then that company would get delisted from, the U.S. stock exchange, which is not a good thing. So those are the things we have to look out for. So guys, those are the big news that have happened today with the EV stocks and the Chinese stocks in general. And that is something we're going to have to watch out for. So tomorrow, we're going to be waiting for the vote, see what happens, positive or negative, how the Chinese stocks are going to be, affected by it, and how they will respond to the vote, depending on if it passes or if it doesn't. Now, you guys know in my portfolio, my growth stock portfolio, I used to own XPEV, but I sold it off in order to, invest more into NIO and Tesla. So NIO and Tesla are the only EV stocks that I have in my portfolio right now. So I want to be transparent with you guys. Obviously, I own NIO right here. I believe I have 170 shares at an average price of about $32 per share. We obviously have some Tesla shares in our portfolio, and we have SBE, which is obviously the charging cable maker. And I'm going to be making a video actually on SBE in the future, so stay tuned for that. Now, my opinion obviously on XPEV. Do I think that XPEV is going to be a buy right now or a sell based off of the news that is going on right now and based off of this, pullback that we've had from $72, $74 all the way down to $52? In my personal opinion, right now, I think that I would just say hold. If you have XPEV, I would be a holder of it. If I didn't have it, I would not be buying it right now. I would wait to see what happens with the news coming up and what happens in the next few weeks. Maybe try to buy in lower, maybe in the high 40s, so maybe like $45 per share. If it drops that low, that is what I'm going to be looking forward to. I might buy some if it gets, to that price target. If it reaches $40 per share, I will definitely get in on XPEV, because this one has a bright future, just like we talked about NIO in the past videos. XPEV's delivery numbers are doing, great, amazing. Their numbers are increasing every single month, which is definitely something we're to be looking forward to continue to happen in the next month and the month after that, going into 2021. So obviously, this is my opinion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going over some of the news and just giving you guys my opinion. So if you guys are planning on investing into any stocks, including these EV stocks, make sure you talk to your financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before investing. Don't invest based off of anybody else's opinion. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Let's get 100 plus likes. Leave a comment below, like we said. Are you going to be buying these EV stocks, XPENG, NIO, Li Auto, any other EV makers? What are you going to be doing right now? Buying, selling, or holding? What do you guys think about this delisting news happening tomorrow with the whole voting situation and how it will affect these Chinese stocks? Subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.